Hey everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this really precious little to-go cup. It comes with its own coaster. It's a really sweet gift, and inside, well, it's even sweeter on the inside because I have a package of my homemade gourmet cocoa, and I'll share with you how to make that as well. And it just kind of all ties up. Looks really pretty, a great gift for maybe a coworker or neighbor for the holidays. So let's get started with how to create our gift today. I'm going to begin with one of these to-go cups. Now, I think this is a 12-ounce cup. I don't even know where these came from. I would never drink 12 ounces of coffee. This is my idea of a coffee cup. This is a wimp. This is coffee for wimps. But hey, I guess it's going to be great for hot chocolate. Okay, so like I said, I think it's about a 12-ounce cup. And so we're going to go ahead and create the template of how to, so that we can cover it. To do that, we're going to come in with a piece of plain white copy paper. I'm going to lay my cup here in the middle. And this is a really sloppy way of doing it, but you know what? It works. Remember, this is just plain white, just plain copy paper. You're going to wrap this around till it meets here. And then we're just going to, in fact, I think I'm going to do it with my bone folder, just so I can come in right along that seam. I want to hold on to it. I don't want it to shift or anything. And by the way, this little template, this is a one-time template. You're only going to have to do this one time, and then you'll reuse this over and over again. Okay, so I've got the top part done. To do the bottom part, it's just a simple, just to give that a little bend right here at the bottom. Okay, and it's going to look terrible, which is exactly what we want it to look like. Okay, at this point, you're going to cut this out, and you may have to do this a couple times, and don't let that make you go, oh, well then forget it, because really you can kind of use that one template and just sort of work with it. So you're going to cut this out. You're going to cut this part here. I'm going to do it real sloppy just because I want to get it done. And I don't want you guys to be bored to tears because I have another part I need to show you with the template. Okay, so we have that. Let's bring in our cup and see how well we did. Okay, so we can wrap this around. And you can see I'm going to kind of want to make sure I'm covering everything up. Now, this is the part I want to talk to you about. Obviously, this little angle thing is not going to work. So I'm going to find the seam of my cup. I'm going to line up this point, because we still need a lot of this paper, so I want to make sure I have enough. And I'm just going to fold it back along that seam. That's going to help me get that straight line. Well, now that I have that straight line, I can just cut that off. All right, so there's that side. And now I'm going to show you the quick and easy way, which is just to take this point. Oh, that's kind of, let me bring this in so you can see. There we go. We're going to go from that point to this point. I'm going to fold it. And then I can just cut along this strip as well. And I know I'm going to have those two straight. And let me show you. Like I said, this was my messy one. I didn't really take the time to cut it really nice. But you can see I'm now going to have a nice straight line. You can see I really did messy because I didn't cut it really nice. But you can see now my seams are going to meet up nicely. I've got enough to overlap, but it's going to work really well. It's a good thing I have one already done for you. So I've got my template already. I have got a piece of designer series paper, and I have cut that designer series paper. This is Winter Frost, by the way. I have this cut at 5.5 by 12. I'm going to lay my template on here. I'm going to use this side, so I'm going to put the pretty side down, ugly side up. I'm going to lay my template on here, and you're just simply going to trace it. Okay, now if you think you're going to make lots of these, what I would recommend is to take your template and to put it on some designer, that backing paper that comes in your designer series paper, that great white cardboard that comes back there. That's awesome stuff. And then you'd have a really nice firm template. This paper one is a little more difficult to trace, but here's the thing, guys. It's on the back. No one's going to see it, but yeah, if you were going to make a lot, I'd go ahead and take the time to do that. All right, so I've got that traced out. You're now going to cut this out. Okay, so we've got our paper all done, and I have come in with one of our Stampin' Up! Two-way glue pens. I'm sorry, two-way glue. This is a Anywhere glue stick. Pardon me, Connie's on a little cough medicine today, fighting that sinus thing that's going around. Sorry. This is an Anywhere glue stick. You can see I'm just putting that glue anywhere on the back of my template that I cut out. So we're ready to adhere this onto the cup, and I kind of recommend that you just sort of start right there in the middle. And you're going to work your way around. One of the things I love about working with the Anywhere glue stick is that it gives me a little bit of time to play before anything's really adhered down. And so I'm going to just go ahead and keep working with this. And then when you get to this end here, you may, just because sometimes it's dried a little, let's go ahead and really make sure we've got plenty of glue there on the end. And we're going to adhere that down, and we are ready to go. We're ready to now decorate our cup. All right, so now let's do some decoration. To make the coaster, I have got a piece of Island Indigo cardstock. Of course, you're going to use whatever matches your designer series paper, but I have this cut at 5.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to be using the circle framelits, and I'm going to use the largest one, which is a scallop. And you're just going to run this through your Big Shot just like you would with any other die. This is going to be, you can do this on your magnetic platform or on your multi-purpose platform with all the tabs down. You're going to run that through your Big Shot. We're going to need 2 more pieces of cardstock. This is Whisper White, and this piece, oops, I forgot to measure it before I came in here, 4.25 by 4.5, and this one is 3 by 3. We're going to do a little stamping, and I did one for you. I'm using the Festive Flurry stamp set. I love this one, and it comes as a bundle. You're going to want the bundle because we're going to be using the matching framelits that come with Festive Flurry. And I've stamped that one in Smoky Slate. I'm going to do one more here, and that's on this little 3 by 3 piece here. So I'm going to come in with the next size. Actually, this would be the, the 4th size down. 3rd size down. I'll get it. All right, so we've got that stamped in Smoky Slate. You're now going to take your framelits, and you're going to run that through. And of course, we're going to have these gorgeous framelits. So let's start with this one. Since I've got it in my hand, I'm going to come in with my cup again and some Stampin' Dimensionals. And you do have to go a little heavy. You know what, before I do the dimensionals, let me share another little trick. This cup is round, and if you'll come in with a bone folder and give this just a slight curve like that, you're going to find it's going to want to go onto your cup much better if you'll do that. All right, so we're going to get a little heavy with the Stampin' Dimensionals, again, because this project's going to really kind of want to work against us here. So I am going to be generous. I'm basically going to put dimensionals on each one of those points, and I'm going to go ahead and get one right there in the middle. So I can see my curve. I've got my seam here at the back. Make sure you've got that at the back. So I've got my fingers on it so I can see where the back is. And then I can just adhere my snowflake right there. I love that it's kind of raised. It just gives it great dimension. I'm then going to come in with one of our frosted embellishments. Oh my gosh, I love these things. They're so fabulous. And they add some great bling. I've got a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of that. We're just going to adhere that great frosted embellishment right to the middle. I mean, is that looking good or what? Okay, well, let me, I'm not going to actually go through all the details of how to do the snowflake because it's pretty easy. Basically, you're going to take that snowflake, use Stampin' Dimensionals in the exact same way, and adhere it onto your Island Indigo cardstock that you've cut out with the circle framelit. So you can see it's got some dimension there, and that really just makes it kind of cute so you can see where we're going. Okay, we're going to do one last thing, and that is to add some ribbon. I'm going to be using the white taffeta ribbon. And I'm not going to really tell you how much to use because it's really going to depend on what size cup you use. So I'm going to leave it on the spool and just bring it up and tie it and give that a trim. Okay. Now, one thing I found is, yeah, this is really loose. It kind of drives you crazy. So what I found worked really good is that you're going to get it all centered up on your cup. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to come in with a mini glue dot, and I'm going to actually use a paper piercer. That just wants to roll away from me. And if you'll pick up a mini glue dot with that paper piercer, Again, I'm going to make sure I'm all centered before I do this because I got one shot at it. You can see I'm tucking it back behind. Leave your paper piercer in place. And I'm just going to kind of turn this and wiggle it right out of there. So now my ribbon's going to stay in place. Okay, we'll repeat that on the other side. So there is my cup. There's my coaster. Now I'm going to very quickly give you my fabulous recipe for my gourmet hot chocolate. By the way, if you don't get this down, it will be available at simplysimplestamping.com so that you can copy it down. The trick to making the absolute best hot chocolate that anyone's ever tasted, they're all going to want to know your secret recipe, and I'm sharing it right here. So the trick is you buy the cheapest box of hot cocoa that you can find. You know, the store brand stuff. We don't need the top of the line stuff. Just you know, the store brand stuff. And you're going to get that. It usually comes in a can, a cardboard can. You're going to add to that 1 package of instant chocolate pudding or chocolate fudge pudding. That is the secret, because then when you make the hot chocolate, that pudding thickens just a tiny little bit. You got to remember, 1 package to that whole thing of hot chocolate, it's not that bad, but it really thickens it, makes it really nice. And then you're just going to pour that into a cello bag. Let me go ahead and bring this back in so you can see. I just poured it into one of our medium cello bags and tied it up with a little bit of ribbon, and I'm good to go. Now, there's another secret recipe that I like to do too, and that is I like to make Black Forest cocoa, or a chocolate covered cherry cocoa. And to do that, in a bowl, you're going to mix that one small, and by the way, that was a small box of the instant chocolate pudding or chocolate fudge pudding. You're going to put that into a bowl with ½ a cup of sugar and 1 package of Cherry Kool-Aid. Yes, you put that in, mix that all together, then pour your hot chocolate on it. I'm telling you what, it is to die for. Your friends are going to be so impressed with your hot chocolate. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Well, there you go. A quick and easy gift, perfect for the holidays. And you know what? Change up this paper, make this a heart, and you've got a great Valentine project too, because who doesn't love chocolate at Valentine's Day, right? But it's Christmas. We can't be talking about Valentine's Day yet. We're not there yet, right? Okay, well, guys, listen. You're going to need to get your hands on some of that winter frost paper, and you're definitely going to have to get that frosted flurry bundle with the matching framelits. You can find all of that at simplysimplestamping.com. It's very easy. There's an online order button waiting for you. Click it, order it. It'll be at your house. You're going to be making these in no time. So that is our project for today. I hope you guys find some great inspiration with that, and can't wait to stamp with you again. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.